Hi everyone, welcome to another video here on She's Fit. Do you dream of finally getting rid of that stubborn belly fat, but you absolutely dread the idea of spending hours at the gym? What if I told you the secret isn't in heavy workouts, but in a surprisingly simple, ancient Japanese technique? Get ready to discover the method that is transforming bodies and minds across Japan without even needing a mat. Stay with me to unlock the breathing technique that will literally melt away your belly fat. Before we start, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, activate the little bell so you don't miss any new videos, and leave that cool like that helps me so much to keep bringing you incredible content. Trust me, here at She's Fit, you're going to discover how to transform your body in the best way possible. So, come with me. Before we start, I need to share something that has made all the difference for me. You know those days when you try hard but feel like your body just isn't responding the way it should? Well, I found out that sleep has way more impact on weight loss than I ever imagined. That's when I discovered Sleep Lean, a natural supplement specially designed to help women burn fat while they sleep. Yes, while they sleep. It's not a miracle, of course, but when combined with good nutrition and the right habits, the results are amazing. I personally felt my body lighter, my belly less bloated, and a different kind of energy just within the first few weeks. I'll leave the link here in the description so you can check all the details after the video. Trust me, it was a game changer for me. Now, let's get back to the video content. Japan has always been and continues to be the cutting edge in terms of longevity, well-being, and a naturally slender physique. But what few people in the West truly understand is that their approach to fighting belly fat is diametrically opposed to ours. While Western fitness culture conditions us to focus on strenuous cardiovascular exercises like running on a treadmill for hours or on restrictive diets that lead to the dreaded yo-yo effect, Japanese women teach us to focus on the inside, and the secret lies in two underestimated pillars: breathing and posture. This revolutionary method is not about burning calories through gross movement, but rather about the strategic activation of internal muscles that are, for most of us, completely dormant. We are talking about the transverse abdominis, your body's natural corset, and the deep spinal stabilizing muscles. These are the muscles that, when strong and engaged, passively pull your stomach inward 24 hours a day. Your gym exercises cannot target them with the same effectiveness as this technique. The main target of this method is not just subcutaneous fat, the kind you can pinch, but the visceral fat, the dangerous and deep kind that accumulates around internal organs. The science behind this is fascinating. The deep, controlled breathing we will practice here not only massages your organs and improves digestion, but also brings a massive amount of oxygen to your tissues. And why is oxygen crucial? It is essential in the metabolic process of lipolysis, which is the breakdown of fat. By oxygenating the body deeply, constantly, and controllably, we accelerate the basal metabolism and create an internal environment that is hostile to fat storage. Think about it. The simple act of breathing, when done the correct way, transforms into an exercise of isometric strength and caloric burn. It is a discrete workout that you can do standing up, while waiting for the subway, cooking, or watching your favorite show. This is the power of Zen applied to your waistline, transforming a vital, unconscious function into a powerful tool for bodily and mental transformation. Let's now dive into the exact steps to master this technique and start seeing real results. The first fundamental pillar of this Japanese method for a smoother, firmer belly is what became famous as the towel method, or in Japanese, Fukutsudai. At first glance, it might seem simplistic, almost like a magic trick, but behind its extreme simplicity, it relies on deep principles of stretching, skeletal realignment, and, crucially, the activation of the core abdominal muscles. The premise is basic. You will need a large bath towel and roll it up tightly, tying it so it maintains the shape of a rigid cylinder. Next, You lie on your back on a firm surface, like the floor, and position this towel roll exactly on your lower back, aligned precisely with your belly button. The magic begins in the posture details. You must stretch your legs and bring your big toes together, keeping your heels slightly apart, forming an inverted V. At the same time, you stretch your arms above your head, palms facing down, and join your pinky fingers, as if you were trying to touch the tips. What happens in your body during these few minutes is a powerful realignment therapy. For many of us, poor posture, whether from sitting too long or wearing high heels, causes excessive lordosis, which is that exaggerated curve in the lower spine. This lordosis pushes organs and fat forward, directly contributing to the belly sticking out appearance, even in people who are not overweight. The towel roll acts as a fulcrum. It forces the opening of your rib cage, lengthens the psoas, and repositions your pelvis. By restoring this natural alignment, which is the ideal position for your skeleton, we are allowing the transverse abdominis, that muscle that acts as a natural strength vest, to be activated passively. Instead of having to think about contracting the abdomen all the time, the realignment does the work for us. You only need to maintain this position for just 5 minutes a day. This is not a brute force exercise. It is a postural realignment therapy with a profound, fast, and visible effect on your silhouette. It lengthens shortened muscles, relaxes back tension, and, most importantly, teaches your body to naturally hold your stomach in. It is the foundation that prepares your body to absorb the maximum benefit of the next technique we will learn, the power of Japanese breathing. Now, we arrive at what is indisputably the heart and the most viral part of this Japanese method. The breathing technique that proved so effective it swept the globe, known as the long breath diet. The story behind it is proof of its power. Japanese actor Miki Ryosuke, who initially used it to relieve back pain, ended up losing over 12 kilograms, 26 pounds, and reducing his waist by an incredible 13 centimeters, 5 inches, by practicing this exercise for just 2 minutes a day. This technique has absolutely nothing to do with the superficial, ineffective breathing we maintain all day, which barely uses the full capacity of our lungs. The secret lies in the intentional, timed 10-second movement, which transforms an involuntary act into a powerful metabolic exercise. The cycle works like this. The inhalation 3 seconds. You should stand up, with one foot slightly in front of the other and your body weight on the back foot. Inhale deeply and slowly through your nose for 3 seconds, while raising your arms above your head. In this phase, feel your abdomen expand slightly, filling your lungs with air to the maximum. The vigorous exhalation 7 seconds. This is the crucial phase. You will exhale the air forcefully and intensely through your mouth for 7 long seconds. The goal is not just to let the air out, but to push it out with all your might, while simultaneously contracting your abdomen with maximum intensity. Imagine you are trying to make your belly button touch your spine. This 10-second cycle, repeated continuously for just 2 minutes, is what we call a true high-intensity interval training height session for your internal muscles. What is happening internally is a form of maximal oxygenation. As we already mentioned in part 1, oxygen is the key fuel in the process of lipolysis, which is how the body burns and releases stored fat. By dramatically increasing the oxygen supply through this deep, forced breath, you are demonstrably accelerating your metabolism and optimizing your body's ability to use fat as an energy source. The master key to success is not the time, but the intensity of the contraction on the exhalation. It is the effort of pulling the transverse abdominis inward that truly tones the area, forcing it to remain firm, not flabby. If you do this correctly, you will feel the heat and muscle activation from the very first session. It is a fat-burning method that requires only your body and 120 seconds of your day, making it perfect for modern life. The true genius and beauty of the Japanese method lie in its practicality and integration. It doesn't demand that you set aside an hour of your day to go to a gym. It only requires the integration of powerful mini habits into the natural flow of your routine. For the results achieved with the Tao method and the long breath diet to be permanent and transformative, it is crucial that you do not limit yourself only to the 7 minutes of formal practice. The Japanese secret is to transform the way you breathe and position yourself all day long. The first step for this is to master diaphragmatic breathing, which the Japanese call Haraku abdominal breathing. Most people breathe superficially, using only the upper chest, which is inefficient and stressful. You need to reverse this. Think of your abdomen as a balloon. When you inhale, the balloon should inflate gently, and when you exhale, it should deflate. Keep your shoulders relaxed and still. This simple change maximizes oxygenation, calms the nervous system, and crucially, forces your diaphragm to work, massaging internal organs and helping to eliminate bloating and toxins. You should start applying this deep breathing in micro-moments throughout your day. Turn boredom into a workout. While waiting for coffee to brew, stuck in traffic, in the supermarket line, or even while sending an email. Do 10 Haraku breaths in those moments. This silent consistency is what keeps your metabolism activated. The second component is the samurai posture or Shisei. Often, belly fat is actually a result of poor body distribution. The samurai posture is simple: shoulders back and down, your chin slightly tucked in, and your abdomen subtly engaged without being rigid. By maintaining this straight, aligned posture, you are keeping the transverse abdominis engaged and active. Your body passively transforms into a fat-burning machine. You are spending energy to sustain this correct posture, instead of relaxing and allowing your belly to fall forward. It is the consistency of these small adjustments, conscious breathing, and aligned posture that generates long-term transformation. This ensures that the stomach remains retracted and toned, not just during the 2 minutes of exercise, but 24 hours a day. It is the difference between a workout and a lifestyle. And to further enhance this internal transformation, let's now dive into the nutrition that complements this Japanese lifestyle. While breathing and posture are the central pillars of the Japanese method, it would be negligent to ignore the fuel that sustains the remarkable health and longevity of Japanese women. Nutrition is the catalyst that potentiates the effect of your breathing technique, transforming your metabolism into an ideal environment for fat breakdown. Traditional Japanese diet is not a passing fad or restrictive diet, but rather a holistic approach based on 3 timeless principles that work synergistically: small portions and presentation, hara hachi bu. This fundamental concept means eating until you are 80% full. Japanese portions are elegantly smaller and served on a variety of small plates, the ichiji sensai. This practice controls caloric intake naturally and consistently, eliminating the need for excessive calorie counting and, more importantly, preventing the feeling of deprivation. It is a form of satisfaction through variety and moderation. The power of fermented foods, the intestinal revolution. The constant presence of fermented foods on the Japanese table, such as nat-fermented soybeans, miso soup, and various types of pickles, is crucial. These foods are powerful natural probiotics. Why does this matter for your belly? A healthy gut is the control center for your health, regulating chronic inflammation and balancing the hormones that control appetite and fat storage, especially visceral fat. Reducing intestinal inflammation creates the perfect internal scenario for your breathing technique to work without obstacles. Slowness and mindfulness, savoring every bite. The Japanese have a deeply rooted culture of eating slowly, paying attention to the texture, flavor, and presentation of the food. This practice of mindful eating allows the body enough time, about 20 minutes, to release satiety hormones, like leptin, and for the brain to register that you are full. This prevents automatic overeating and excessive intake that leads to bloating and fat accumulation. By adopting this approach rich in fish, vegetables of all colors, fiber, and with low consumption of red meats and sugar, you are not just dieting. You are creating the perfect metabolic environment. Your breathing technique dissolves the fat, and your nutrition ensures it doesn't return, making your belly reduction journey faster, more efficient, and, above all, sustainable. To ensure you don't finish this video with just the theory, but rather with a clear path to transformation, let's map out your 7-day Japanese method protocol, your practical guide to turning these powerful mini habits into visible results on your belly. On days 1 and 2, the total focus is on alignment and awareness. You should practice the towel posture Fukutsudai for exactly 5 minutes before bed, feeling the stretch and keeping your pinky fingers and big toes joined. Additionally, upon waking, practice Haraku diaphragmatic breathing for 10 minutes, thinking of your abdomen as a balloon. On days 3 and 4, it is time to add the fat-burning engine. Maintain the previous day's routine and add the long breath diet, the 2 minutes of vigorous, intense 10-second breathing before one of your main meals, remembering that the key is the force on the exhalation. On day 5, breathing becomes part of your day. Maintain the trio. Try to incorporate Haraku breathing into 3 random moments of your day, such as while waiting, washing dishes, or brushing your teeth, and adjust your nutrition to include at least 1 fermented food and double your vegetable intake. Finally, on days 6 and 7, your challenge is master consistency. Execute the full trio. Towel for 5 minutes, long breath for 2 minutes, Haraku for 10 minutes, and maintain the samurai posture with a slightly tucked-in belly for most of the day. The goal of this first week is not just to see impressive results, though they will come, but to transform breathing and body awareness into your new daily habit, the silent engine of your belly reduction without ever needing to step foot in a gym, because, remember, the power is in consistency. You have just received the complete map to reduce abdominal fat using ancient Japanese wisdom. This is an invitation for you to change the way you relate to your body, focusing on the power of your breath and not on exhaustion. Implement the towel method and the long breath diet and watch your silhouette transform week after week. It is simple, effective, and available to you right now. And don't forget the tip I gave you at the beginning. If you need to lose weight, click on the link in the video description and get sleepily now. It might be exactly what is missing in your journey. If you enjoyed this video, leave your like, subscribe here to She's Fit, and share this video to help the channel. Also, leave a comment below with the type of content you want to see to help with your weight loss.